Hey Sagittarius, it's Heather here with Earth Empress. I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your May 2019 overall general read. Please keep in mind, guys, that with it being general, it's not going to resonate for absolutely every Sagittarius out there. And if you're cross-watching, welcome. This could very well play out for your energy. Now, with it being general, guys, if it doesn't seem to resonate, I always say, please don't try to make it fit. Don't try to force things. There are a ton of amazing readers out there, so feel free to click on one of the links or videos down below. And it's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Sagittarius. You guys, last month, the connection spread. Actually, I would say, well, it was last month, but thank you guys. You guys are phenomenal. It reached so many of you, which makes me so incredibly happy. Just the message, the hope, that positivity, that light. It reached so many of you, and I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. All the likes, subscribes, shares, the messages that I receive, the comments. I mean, you guys are phenomenal. It's just been such an amazing transition, such an amazing energy, and I am very grateful. So thank you for that. All right, Sag, let's go ahead and see what we can get. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. All right, guys, so first out of the deck. All right, Queen of Crystals, which is equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you could be connecting with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could very well be you standing in your power, growing into some kind of divine, earthy being. You guys getting more in touch with your nurturing sign, getting more in touch with your groundedness, maybe literally sticking your feet in the ground, feeling the earthing that's going on, feeling connected, feeling more rooted, feeling more stable and secure in yourselves. We have the Seven of Cups reversed here. Now, you guys know I usually don't read reversals unless I'm just called to read a card that way. If it very strategically falls that way and I'm called to read it, I read it as I see it. For me, the Seven of Cups reversed is coming out of a period of feeling, I feel like you guys were almost overwhelmed with so many options or choices in your life. Like you didn't know, you had so many possible directions, and it was just like pinpointing where you wanted to go or where you wanted to be. Whether it's in, a career, it could be in love, it could be with family, it could be with where your living situation is, anything like that. It's like you guys were almost overwhelmed. Or maybe you felt a lack of choices, a lack of decisions, a lack of faith in yourself to make the right decision. But you're coming out of that period. You're coming out of that period of confusion, of overwhelm, of some kind of disillusionment too. Maybe some of you were kind of disillusioned with yourselves. You were, maybe in a point of not recognizing your worth, not seeing how stable you are, not seeing how grounded, how wonderful, how powerful you really are. And with the Queen of Crystals, I feel like that's what it is. You guys have, because you've grown into this energy, this more grounded, stable, sturdy, strong, reliable, consistent energy, you're coming out of this, it feels like combativeness. It feels like you were battling yourself on the inside. Maybe battling with where you wanted to go, who you wanted to be with, what you wanted to do. With it being general, guys, there are so many options. So please take it as it resonates. But this is a feeling of confusion, of not knowing which direction to go to, or confusion, disillusionment, not seeing yourself for the powerful being that you truly are. So we have the Lovers here. My Lovers card is 2. It's called the Choice, first of all. If you are into actual traditional original tarot, I have fun researching things, guys, obviously. The Lovers, it was about a choice once upon a time. It is a strong, genuine connection. It is. It can represent a very twin flamey, soulmate, deep spiritual bond with someone that's the yin to your yang, that is, a divine masculine to a divine feminine. Someone that Not that you lack, because I do not like the term, they complete me. just because you were complete on your own. But it's like taking a square and cutting it in half. And it's like, you're a rectangle, you're complete on your own, you have all four sides, and they have all four sides. But when you combine it together, you make this strong, sturdy square. I know that's going to resonate for someone. Not everyone's going to get that. But it is. It's like they're the piece of the puzzle, and it's not to complete you. It's to complete the picture, the mission in your life, the goal that you're headed towards. It's like this person's headed down that same path. If this is a person, maybe some of you are standing in your grounded power and you're coming out of a period of disillusionment and calling forth this kind of energy, this connection with someone, or you're calling forth some kind of choice. It could be you making a choice within yourself about where you're going to put your love, who you're going to give it towards. And we have a King of Cups here, guys. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You could very well be connecting with a water sign. If this isn't a connection in particular, if there's not someone that comes to mind immediately when I say divine masculine, divine feminine, an eternal divine union, this is you guys heading forward, making a decision to give love. You're coming into some kind of alignment where you were more fluid, more giving, more loving. They had 2 cups. This King of Cups, this card always gets me because it's like he has his cup. His cup's full. And because his cup is so full of love and self-love and genuine compassion and kindness and just caring, that he filled another cup up to give to other people, to give to someone. I love that for you guys. It's like you guys have, I don't want to say you've been through the ringer, but you've been in a period of so much confusion, and it's like you knew you had somewhere important to be or something important to do, or you knew you were headed in a direction, but you couldn't figure out how to get there. It's that feeling of, I know something's meant for me. I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what. Well, this is you, again, embodying that grounded power. The more grounded you become and the more secure you become and the more you love yourself, your path kind of presents itself on the way, guys. Because your vibration is so high that you literally call it into you. You call your path towards you, and it just kind of presents itself. That's how the universe works. When you reach that point of contentment and alignment and groundedness and security within yourself, it's easier to see the decisions. The decisions become more clear for you. And that's what you guys are doing. You're either stepping into this power where you're ready to love and to be loved, or you're stepping forward and making a decision about a connection with some kind of watery energy. It does not have to be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But the King of Cups is very still waters run deep energy. Someone that is very emotional, very intense, very spiritual, very fulfilled on the inside. It can be someone older. The kings always are very wise. They're very soulful. So if it's younger, they're very soulful and, an old soul. And if it's someone older, they're very grounded. They're very stable. Their emotions don't rule or contradict their lives, but they have emotional maturity to handle things. That's awesome, guys. I'm feeling the Sagittarius here. All right, what else can we get for Sag? So your 10 of Crystals. Yeah, you guys are headed towards fulfillment. You're headed towards what you want your happiness to be. I feel like it's because you guys have been in a period of lack for so long. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so first off, we have this lovely 10 of Crystals here. This is the equivalent to the 10 of Pentacles. It's your abundance. It's your happiness. It's your security. It's what you've established for yourself. It's that, a lot of people say it's the white picket fence card because it is. I feel like it's you guys coming into a point in your life where you're making decisions. And because you're so full of love for yourself and you're so willing to give it to others now, you're in a period of really like striving towards your happiness, striving towards your goals. What success is for you. Define what it is for you. I just spoke to a friend about this the other day. Matthew McConaughey, and everyone likes him. That's fine. That's all right, obviously. But he gave a speech where he said the key to success is defining what success is for you. For some people, it is the white picket fence. It is the family. It's that unit. For some people, it's traveling the world. It's seeing things you've never seen, being places you've never been. For some people, it's building a business, building a career, doing something you're passionate about. And it doesn't have to be either or. It can be all of those things. but you define what success is based off of what you want. You know, what do you value first? Write it down. Write down what you value. What are, you know, the values. Put them in the order that you value them in. And then be aware, be present on it. Focus on those things. If you value a career that's passionate, that's something you love doing, okay, well, pour into that. Pour you into that avenue. If you value family and love, okay, well, start giving love to more people. Start appreciating your family more, your friends more. It's insane how those little shifts like that can not only change your perspective, but kind of change your path and the way you appreciate things in this life. You have those 4 crystals with this Sun card. These two came out together. I feel like this is you guys holding on to some kind of happiness. It's like you guys are not stopping. You know that you're headed towards happiness. And even if the road's rough, and even if the road's long, and even if whatever anyone says, you don't care because you are holding out because you know that you are headed towards this great happiness. And you're not letting go of it. My 4 of, you know, 4 of crystals is usually my comfortably stuck, comfortably stubborn card, holding on to things. And usually it's negative, but this is very positive. This is a positive aspect. Because who wouldn't want to hold on to this happiness, this dream, this goal, this childhood feeling? I do have to say it's falling under the Lovers. And, you know, Lovers can be twin flame, soul tie indicator. And the Sun card for me also can be, because it's such a happiness, it's such a youthful, exuberant, you know, vibrant side of you that a connection or something that it brings out the kid in you. It brings out the child in you. So if you're connecting with someone, and this isn't just you holding on to your happiness because you know you're headed for it, and maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe that's part of it. But if this is a connection with someone, you know, the Lovers is Gemini, the Sun is Leo energy. We have tons of crystals. I mean, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And we have cups. And then that's it. If this is that, this is a connection that is very near and dear to your heart. It's like they light up your life. That's what I get. They light up your life, or you light up their life. So we have this 5 of crystals here. Maybe at one point, you know, this happiness felt like it was so hard to come by because you were in a period of feeling left out in the cold. Maybe you felt like you were left behind. Maybe you felt like you couldn't connect with others. It's not just about being left behind. It can indicate it, and sometimes that's what it is. It can be a connection where someone left and they decided to come back. But this 5 of Pentacles can also be you not able to connect with others, not feeling like you fit in, not feeling like you belong, not feeling like they can connect with you, or there's a disconnect. You know, and it's an internal thing. I feel like you guys have been through that ringer. You know, this King of Cups, if this is a person to you, maybe they left you out in the cold at one point. Maybe it's someone that made you feel like, you know, not necessarily that you weren't enough, but that this connection wasn't enough or strong enough at that period. But to me, it really feels like you guys, you were to disconnect with other people. Maybe you were, you know, a little bit more reclusive. Maybe you pulled back from people more. Maybe you were trying to balance yourself out in the process. And because of that, you know, trying to get this groundedness, trying to build this, figuring out where you even wanted to be, it was hard for you to connect with other people because you were so confused and lost within yourself. But you're coming out of that. That's the good side, guys. You are coming out of this because all these cards are indicators for me that, you know, you're not letting go of this happiness. You are not going to stop. You're not going to be deterred any longer by this energy, this feeling just lonesome, like feeling singled out, feeling like there is no one that you could connect with or that would get you. That's not it anymore, guys. You're coming out of that period. You know, it may have been a lot of this Uranus going into Taurus, you know, the retrogrades hitting in, the new moons, the full moons that we've had. Just there's been a whole lot energetically. And as a collective, we've all been releasing and purging so much. But you guys, I feel like you were in a period of almost depression, almost dark night of the soul, where you felt you were in the muck of it. But you guys are turning the corner and hitting the other side. And that's beautiful. Because that's one of the hardest things to go through, guys. What else can we get for Sag? Okay. Yeah. Definitely, guys. Yep. So I feel like before, especially, You guys are starting to cut out things that are toxic to you. First and foremost, which is, again, such a positive. It's like you guys, you get it now. Once that Seven of Cups flipped and the disillusionment and the isolation and all of this that you've been through, it was for a purpose. I felt like it was so you could see the light on a lot of things, situations, whether it's people, careers, connections you've had. You were seeing the light on a lot of it, and you were seeing the toxic shit that was in there. I'm sorry, but it feels heavy. It feels so heavy. It was so toxic. You guys are coming out of that period. You're cutting out what doesn't serve you anymore. You're leaving behind energies, people, places, things that just are not for your best. This oppression card is the devil card. This is the card of toxicity. It's literally you cutting out the toxic stuff. It could be you cutting toxicity out of you. Maybe you've healed a lot. Maybe it was, maybe part of the Five of Pentacles was you guys not loving yourself enough, not recognizing your own worth, not recognizing your abilities or what you bring to the table. And you're cutting it out. You're healing yourself. 6 Cups. This can be a reunion card as well. So if you are connecting with someone, the toxicity that might have existed or the traits, it can be anything from jealousy to attachment to fear of abandonment, rejection, things like that, has been left behind. And if this is a reconnection, you're reconnecting with someone that's a very good fit for you guys. This is a soulful balance. Again, you have the Lovers, you have the Sun card, you have this card. And if this isn't about a particular person, this is about you. You are healing yourself. You are working towards your transformation as well. You are building, stacking it, working towards it. 8 of Pentacles is putting in the work, doing the learning, putting forth your effort, and you are putting it forward towards this transformation, which is the Death card. It is about transformation. You guys are in a period of high transformation. It feels very spiritual. It feels like you guys reach a new level of awareness when it comes to your soul's purpose and what you want in this life. That 6 of Cups is very healing. And it is. It's you leaving behind and cutting out what does not serve you, what is toxic, what has been toxic, toxic people, toxic places, toxic thought patterns, toxic, it could be your childhood, all the way back to your upbringing. Maybe you were raised a certain way, and that's not to dictate or judge or condemn someone for the way they raised you, but maybe it wasn't right for you. It didn't fit with your soul. Maybe there were things that, you needed as a child that you didn't get. The reassurance, the attention, the love, the genuine kindness, the affection, the caring. Not everyone comes from a happy home. I didn't, but you learn along the way. And when you recognize those patterns, it's easier to heal and change those things about yourself. Because you catch yourself. If you have a fear of rejection, maybe it's because you didn't get appreciation and attention as a child. So then you equated that with, okay, I'm afraid that no one's going to appreciate me. No one's going to see my worth. They don't see me. That's not true. Every single one of you are powerful beyond belief, and you are such an enormous, beautiful presence. And if these cards indicate anything, it's that you are beyond powerful. You bring such happiness and joy into your life, and just cut it out. I'm going to do the very Taurus thing and be the mom and tell you to cut it out, because you guys... No, you are way, way more powerful than you even gave yourself credit for, more powerful than you could even realize. And you're healing it, you're realizing it, and you guys are transforming. It's very powerful. This feels very powerful. You guys are coming through it. You're almost at the end of the tunnel. They always say there's a light at the end. Well, you found the light. You found the light. And if it's a connection with someone that's coming back, the toxicity's been left behind. You guys, I feel like you both have left behind any toxicity. Maybe you both had childhood wounds to work through, traumas, triggers. You brought out certain things in each other that needed to be healed, because if this is like a twin flame kind of connection, that's what happens. You trigger each other unknowingly, and it's because you're supposed to heal those things inside yourself. A healer's job, we aren't actually just to heal and absorb things from you. That's where empaths kind of get thrown off, and that's one thing I've had to learn as an empath, is that it's not my job just to take from you and heal it in me. It's to kind of help show you what inside yourself you can heal, because in the end, you are your greatest healer, and you are. And if there's anything indicating here, it's you are your greatest healer. I'm going to leave that there, guys. You guys are in a period of transformation that's going to be phenomenal for you. It feels very abundant. It feels very bright. I mean, again, happiness card, 10 of Pentacles. You really can't beat that. All right, so I'm going to throw down Oracle card. What can we get for Saggies? And then what universal guidance can we get for Sagittarius? Okay. I love when they do this, guys. Y'all know how it goes. They always follow it up and wrap up what I've been saying. So first off, this is the Just Say Yes card. I believe I was discussing with you guys figuring out what your happiness is, finding your purpose, saying yes to what brings you that success, brings you that happiness, builds for your future. Just say yes, do it. Do where your passion calls you, where your soul's calling you to be, what it's calling you to do. Say yes, do it. Protection. This is for you lovely Saggies that have been in a period of discontent, beating yourselves up, not knowing your worth, not recognizing your power. Call back your power. Cut the cords, soul retrieval. That's what you've been in a period of doing. If you guys have been feeling some intense energies, it's because you guys have been in a period of calling your power back, of standing in your divine power. And the universe has kind of been trudging things up for you to kind of open you up to where you realize your power, you realize your worth, you realize at the end of the day that you are a divine being and you're capable of so many things in this life because you are. Been talking. Longing for home belonging, the original light workers. I love that. Because again, that goes to that Five of Pentacles for me. Feeling like you're disconnected. Like you can't fit the connections. The connections just weren't coming through. And maybe it's because you guys, some of you are empaths, some of you are light workers, some of you are healers. And with that, there comes a whole other level of disengaging because energetically it's like you have to sometimes. You feel like you just have to. Or you can't connect with people because you're able to recognize their energies underneath the surface, and it throws you off because what you're seeing is not what you're feeling. You know, with empathy, with being an empath and with being a light worker comes a lot of discernment. And the more you stand in your power, recognize your own energy, your own worth, your divine being, the easier it is to kind of navigate other people's energies. It's about taking your power back. And it is, again, say yes, take that power back. Focus on yourself, get into it with yourself and your own energies. And be more discerning when it comes to other people's. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment the universe can truly get to work. Yep. That's the period you guys have been in. It's like you feel like some of you at some point were just breaking down. You hit your knees and you were like, okay, I need something. I need a sign. My fearless freedom lights up the world. There's that happiness card. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. This is that going within. This is that transformation, guys. You guys are. You are on it. If you question at any moment, if you're headed down the right direction, and you just feel that yearning, do it. Say yes. Head in that direction because you are on it. You are on that path. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing. We just talked about that. Conflict into growth and fear into love. Okay, they did it. They got that message loud and clear, guys. Heal it. You're healing. You're divine being. You're a beautiful soul. All right, Saggies, that's going to be it for your May 2019. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the month. And I'll see you in a couple weeks. Love and light. Bye.